I hate trading the trend. The trend is not my friend. So I like the orb. That's like my favorite. The 15-minute orb. You have the low and the high of the first 15 minutes when the market opens. All right, when the NQ reopens. So like
It's the
today,
opening range, right? Opening range
yeah, the
breakout.
opening range, yeah, ORB, opening range breakout. So we
Right.
just call it orb for short. I like the first 15 minutes. I use the indicator on TradingView to show me that. So it's always there. It'll show the green line at the top and the red line at the bottom. And there's if you just pay attention to it, I'm not, and that's the other thing. Like anything that I might say that you might want to try out, don't just jump into a trade because I said it and I look for it and then you see it. Like
Right.
watch it happen, back test too, but like pay attention. Don't automatically just start taking trades. Watch it like happen in real time and be like, holy shit, there it is again. Maybe watch it for a week before you even start even taking shots. Or if you're gonna take a shot, take it with a much smaller size than you normally would.
Hmm.
Like if you're trading minis and you want to try it for the first time, maybe only trade a micro or two. Go real small compared to what you usually do. Anything that I say that I do that you might want to try out. But like the orb, there's always going to be price action at the bottom
Hmm.
and at the top. Bounces, rejections, and then there's another thing in addition to that that I've been looking at and paying more attention to, especially when the orb is in a tighter range. Sometimes in the first hour, it'll go out of that 15-minute range, and I'll if it does, I will draw a line at the top of where it was in that first hour, or if it falls out of it to the downside, I will draw that too because there will be price action around that. Um, you could count on it. I mean, obviously, it won't happen all the time where you get the bounce at where you get to the top of the top orb, the top of the range, and then it rejects, and then it goes to the bottom orb and it bounces. Although that happens a lot, there'll be times when it blows right through it. That's what all indicators are like that. But the top orb, I mean, just the orb in general, the top, you'll see bounces and rejections around the top, bounces and rejections around the bottom. Like if we're like way out of the orb, we're way out of the opening range breakout,
Hmm.
and all of a sudden, because we're just pumping, the market will pull back, and and sometimes it's like magic. It'll go right to the top orb and then bounce off of it, and you're like, holy
Yeah.
shit. And
That's the
like even
best
if
part
it's
of the
not a deep
setups.
move, yeah, so I'm more of a scalper. I look for stuff like that. I like the VWAP. That's like one of my favorite things
That
also
was
to
my
look
next question. Are you a VWAP advocate?
at. I love it. I love especially on the NQ. It's amazing. And I use which one do I look for? I use hold on, let me look on my screen. I hope this doesn't affect the recording or anything, but
No, I think you're
I
good.
think
It's not doing anything.
you still see me?
Yeah, I can still see you.
Cool, cool, cool. I'm looking, I forgot which VWAP I use. I
Yeah,
think I
no.
just used
In the chat,
I think I just used
they're
the
saying you
one
guys are
on
rivals.
I think I used the one that's called volume weighted average price. It's the default one that
Yeah.
TradingView offers. But you could also add it in like I use TradeAvate. You could add it in TradeAvate. Um, and it's I like this the upper VWAP band and the lower it's a joke like I call it the VWAP because Patrick Wyland would call it the VWAP. So I've
Yeah,
always been
yeah.
calling it the VWAP ever since. But like you have the lower VWAP band and the upper VWAP band, which is just one standard deviation above and below the
Yeah.
volume weighted average price. And that's a really good spot. Again, it's not foolproof. It's not always you're not always going to get the bounce and the rejection, but man, just watch it if you don't already notice it, like if you already don't already know about it, you'll see it. Another one I like to look for are the pivot points. Um, like I look at on different. So like the 5 and the 15 minute, it'll be the same spot. On the hourly, it'll change like the hour and the 4 hour, and I think the daily is a different spot too. But
Right.
you'll see a lot of price action around those. Um, the previous day's high and low, another one I like. And then like if we're nowhere near any of that, or I like trading on the 1 minute chart. So like I like have like I'm people will tell me I have like moving average overkill, but
No,
it works for
I've seen your screen. Are you using EMAs or are you using SMAs?
both.
Both?
And
Okay.
like I have them on my trading view, but I don't really turn them on all that much.